Hello. Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Oh snap! I'm doing a Rashad Bateman. The sun in my eye. The sun in my eye. What's going on with y'all, man? Listen. Quarterbacks are not being developed correctly. And this is the problem with the NFL. They don't wait for quarterbacks anymore to develop as they go. Anthony Richardson, everybody's like, oh, he said he's tired, you can't do that, da. I mean, he's tired. But Anthony Richardson doesn't understand that it's 2024, but dog, you a black quarterback. You're not gonna get a leash on you. You're gonna get pulled quick. You know, you're not gonna have leeway to do what you want. You're gonna have a leash on you, sir. And that's just the facts. You know, it's not me trying to bring up race. I don't bring up race. This is what we live in, the times we live in now. And we done got to the point where blacks have just become dumb when it comes to everything, and especially when it comes to sports. Now, to me, I believe that the game is fast. I believe some quarterbacks, people feel that if they're picked in the first round, oh, we gotta let them sit and learn. The problem with today is coaches are being fired. Or if you're a certain coach of Cashapp, some of them, well, most of them are either white, or you have some that are black. You have some black coaches where they'll say they parted ways, but the majority of black coaches are fired. And when they're fired, it basically leaves a stain on them because they don't have enough time to do what they have to do. Like, if quarterbacks don't do their thing or anything, these coaches are on the chopping block. They're on the chopping block. And it's unfair to the young quarterbacks that are in the league because, you know, they're still trying to be able to understand the speed of the game. The speed of the game is fast. To the point where you can't process things. It's moving at a split second. Anthony Richardson was tired because he was getting hit a lot and he was trying to escape from the pass rush. The speed on defense has gotten so fast quarterbacks can't just sit in the pocket like that. The schemes just don't fit certain quarterbacks. They don't fit certain quarterbacks. You know? Certain quarterbacks have to run a certain system. Now they're trying to put Bo Nix up there like, oh, Bo Nix is a great dual threat quarterback. Bo Nix is managing the game. But Sean Payton all of a sudden can make things happen for Bo Nix. But Russell Wilson, a man who's won a Super Bowl, a man who's a veteran quarterback, you can't change certain stuff or lingo or play calling to help him. And this is my problem with Sean Payton. Bryce Young. Bryce Young should not have started. Bryce Young should have been sitting on the bench the first day because your house is not built. This is what I was saying. This is what I was saying to Outlaw about his Jets before he became a little punk. When he was the real Outlaw, when he was Cool Peoples, until he done changed. Now that he done got a wrench on Sino Channel. And he feel he big time now because Sino talk about his bum nicks all the time. I told him that you need to build your house first. You can't get a quarterback and your house not built. Now, they finally built up the team, but you could have went and got a guy like a Lamar Jackson. However, they settled for Aaron Rodgers. When Aaron Rodgers is damn near done. He don't have the ability to push the ball like he used to. And not only that, the franchise is just snake bitten. Now you have franchises like the San Diego Chargers. They're not LA to me, they're San Diego. Just like I call the Commanders Redskins. Those are the Redskins. These owners don't know who to hire. They don't hire qualifications anymore. What they do is they hire the white guy. Sometimes they'll hire the brother. They'll hire him just to be like, oh, see, we gave a black man a fair chance. Then after a year or two, if they don't see results, they're being let go. Now everybody's saying that Lamar Jackson can't read coverages, like Mac Mizzle said this dumb stuff last night, and it's him trolling. I'm like, how can he read coverages or the front seven? He can read the front seven. He's one of the best quarterbacks against the blitz. He wasn't the problem against the Browns. See, everybody loved to say Lamar's the problem. The last playoffs they lost, Lamar was not the problem. You had a coordinator who didn't want to run the ball. But that's another story because people just want to find things to talk about. Everybody glazed Patrick Mahomes when I had to make a video that the defense and the running game has carried Patrick Mahomes. Nobody wanted to talk about that. And when I showed people film, people looking like real dumbfounded, like they haven't seen Patrick Mahomes from the pocket. Now, the past few weeks, Well, last week he played like crap. It's just that the Raiders just played worse. The week before, the 2 weeks before this past week, Patrick Mahomes did a great job from the pocket. But how long is that going to last? However, he's the greatest backyard football player I've ever seen. He is. He's not really a great quarterback to me. Great football player. Mid quarterback. And he has that baseball throwing motion. He has that funky looking motion where it's hard for receivers to really catch the ball. That's why they drop it. It ain't because they can't catch it. He throws a terrible ball. But here's the thing. They are doing their best to sabotage a lot of these young quarterbacks. Zach Wilson is another one. A guy who in college, we knew he wasn't all that. But because of the lack of white quarterbacks, they had to push him. They had to push him. Now they pushing Bo Nix. They didn't want to put Drake May in yet. They thought Jacoby Brisket could get them some wins and get this team competitive, but he just hasn't looked right. So, in my opinion, this is what the UFL needs to be used for. I believe Bryce Young needs to go to the UFL this summer, coming up. He needs to go to the UFL this spring, and he needs to work on his game. He needs to be able to get his confidence back. You know, they need to start using the UFL for a developmental league. Because you got to develop these quarterbacks, and these coaches don't have time to develop these quarterbacks because their job's on the line. Then they're going to throw Bryce Young back in there last week. It's like, for what? You should have just left them in there. But the NFL needs to invest in the developmental. The UFL, they said they're going to work with them and use them. Well, they need to. They need to send players there so they can develop and get better. You know, that's what they need to do. They got to do that. Because at the end of the day, you're wasting a lot of draft picks and you're wasting a lot of time by not being out here helping these young quarterbacks grow. These young quarterbacks aren't really bad quarterbacks. Anthony Richardson, his issue was accuracy in college and staying healthy. I felt like he should have went second round. Will Levis should have gone third round. But everybody was like, nah, they need to go first round. I'm like, all right. Because I just thought he was too raw. I didn't think he was ready yet to take on that ownership. Then he got hurt last year, right? Then he came back this year. He's the captain of the team. He took himself out of play because he was tired. And now they're trying to blow it up to the extraness. They're trying to blow it up. Right? So he's going to be put in a bad predicament. Will he ever start again in this league? I don't know. But I wouldn't get rid of him. I would just let him learn. But Joe Flacco, you're not going nowhere with Joe Flacco. I know everybody talks about that Super Bowl. He wasn't the focal point of why they went to the Super Bowl. He had weapons around him. They had a guy named Ray Rice who they don't want to give credit to. They had a defense where Ray Lewis was hurt, but Ed Reed and T. Sizzle were there still. Haloti Ngata changed the course of a lot of games because of his ability to play between the three or the two-eye technique. But people forget that though. Now, if Anthony Richardson gets traded, which I'm hearing people talking about, oh, he might get traded. Trade his butt to Tampa. He needs to come play with the Bucs. I would take him. I would get rid of a few players. I know we got the kid from Tulane. He's cool, but if not the Bucs, hell, let him go to the Dolphins. But would the Dolphins be willing to work with him, though? You know, he needs to go somewhere, or the Rams could come in and take him. They could put him as a special project. You got Matt Stafford, go bring him in, let him sit behind Stafford for a couple years and give him another shot. That's what I would do. But see, this is what the coach should have done in the first place. They should have brought in a solid QB who's a vet, and then just let Anthony Richardson learn behind that vet. People don't have to start day one in order for them to make an impact. You know, it's just facts. Like, it doesn't matter, you know, it doesn't matter about, okay, well, this guy, his physique looks like he's this and that. Yeah, but his game could be terrible. I've seen plenty people who was 7'1" walking out here, but when we get to the workplace, they lazy as hell. They don't know their head from their ass, and they don't know their shoe from the booze. They don't. So my thing is this. What are you going to do? Because the trade deadline, I believe, is in a couple days. So what they going to do? Does anybody know or not? But like I said, he's young. I think they were too harsh just to bench him. You know, I think they're benching him to show him that you're not above reproach. So it happens. You have to learn that your window is not as open as you thought it was. Black man. The black man that's quarterback, some of them are very ignorant to what has transpired. Like over decades ago. So that's the thing. You have to know who you are, where you are, and how you go about it. What the hell is this dude doing, bro? Man, somebody finna get laid out today, bro. Like, straight up. Get your butt over, dog. God dang. People cannot drive, bro. This is why I hate driving in the morning. This dude got his right blinker on, but he going in the left lane. This is what I'm telling you, dog. People, see, this is how people end up gone. Like gone, if you know what I'm talking about. And then he's speeding, but then the cop ain't over here. The cop only gonna be there when certain people come. But yeah, so you have to understand what you're gonna do. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like, to me, they need to have a developmental league. It's way too many quarterbacks fizzing out. You're not gonna have a plethora of quarterbacks, and you can't keep recycling these damn white boys. See, this is what they do. The brothers, they can't recycle everywhere. Only a few of them get that opportunity. But the majority, they're going to make sure that they recycle their white boys. And I'm tired of that crap. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of it. Like, look, develop these quarterbacks. You could develop them. And a lot of them just aren't going to be starters. They'll just never be starters. But they can manage the game to the point where you can get some wins. Like, for real. So, that's the thing they got to work on and understand what they're trying to do. Because I just think at times they're just lost. Because look at the NBA. The NBA has a developmental league. So a lot of these college guys, they come in, some of them may come in too early. They send them to the G League. Now, a lot of them may not make it, or, you know, the majority may not make it, but it's cool to have them, you know, doing their work and doing their job, because what'll happen is you'll have people be like, oh man, this player here been doing this. That fits our team. And they're going to bring them right over. You know, and that's something they need to do. Bryce Young should not have been starting for that Panthers team. That Panthers team was garbage. It was. They have no talent on that team. Andy Dalton came in the game, had that one game. I told my brother Pico, man, I'm like, dude, he that's not going to sustain, because they're not a good team. Just like with Caker Trashfield, I told everybody, I said, bro, Caker is not going to make it. And he didn't. Now, what is he going to do this week? He going against the Chiefs. That's an easy W for the Chiefs. Because if you think Baker finna go into Kansas City and just light it up, you out your mind. And then you done got everybody hurt. Y'all should have beat the damn Falcons. Y'all let the damn Falcons win. And they're not that good. But, you know, I'm just saying that the reason that a lot of these quarterbacks, like Anthony Richardson, to me, should not have been benched. Yes, he did what he did. Fine him. You should have I'm not fined him, but you just should have talked to him. talk to him, let him know what the deal is. Like, you can't do that. Now, if he's done some other stuff, then okay. But to me, just to bench him, I'm just saying. But they're saying, oh, we got Joe Flacco, we could win. Well, if you guys don't make the playoffs, dog, you might lose your job because you're benching your number one, your first round pick for him. So thank y'all for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys do love what you hear, you can donate to the page. Go to the description box, hit that link to the Cashapp to donate whatever your heart's desire. And if you guys also want to donate, you guys can donate to my Zelle. There's a number in the description box. You take that number, put it in the search engine for Zelle, and you can find me if you want to donate for Zelle. The Cash App is in the description box. You guys can super chat when we go live, premiere a video. Or if we go live or premiere a video. And guys, you guys can also what can I say? You guys can also you guys can super chat, like I said, when we're live or premiere. And you guys can also leave a super thanks. Shout out to Diligent King for dropping the super thanks yesterday. You guys can leave that in the video. So shout out to Scrub Zero, Flawless Victory. Shout out to Carcino for life, man. That's big, bro. Shout out to Sets Talk Sports and Everybody Loves Juju. Both my aunties love both of them to death. We got a show this Monday. Me and Auntie Says, Now What? I'm going to try to hit her up and see what we're going to talk about, and I'll let you guys know. It's called Now What? It's going to be 2 p.m. Eastern on Sets Talk Sports page. We also shout out to the J-Spot Network, the beautiful J-Spot, man. One of these days, man, I'm going to take her out on a date, and we going to have a good time. That's the J-Spot Network. Make sure you subscribe over there. Subscribe to Quita Love Sports, even though she naive and be glazing Caitlin Clark a lot. She talks about the game. She loves the game. She respects the game. Shout out to Leaf Diggy, Mac Mizzle Show. Shout out to Bear Theater, One True Emperor. All right, who else we got? MDT Sports, his funny self. Jeff Bone the Bonehead. Trying to think who did it this time. Lobo, L0B0 Beach. Shout out to Kingdom Cast with C-Pen and them cheeks. Shout out to Simply Ball Dropping with Cashapp and his thing. Shout out to Showtime, man. That's my boy there. I gotta catch one of his lives. I might try to get him Monday. After I talk with Auntie Says. But shout out to Showtime. He's doing his thing. Who else? I done forgot. So if I didn't shout you out, my apologies. Oh yeah, Strictly. Make sure you guys subscribe to Strictly. That's about it. So I'll see you guys later tonight when I get off. We're going to talk about the Penguin, the last episode, and we're going to talk about Bleach. So tune in. That's going to be a live stream. Thank you guys for your love and blessings. We are out. Deezy.